is going on, guys, and how y'all doing on this late Sunday afternoon? This is the Club with the Man 1993, and I'm sorry, didn't set this up to be facing the Tree of Demand, Light It Up Man, but I can tell you it is right to my right over here. But yeah, this is a super duper, very procrastinated, super duper last minute stream that I am doing for my WWE TLC 2020 preview and predictions. Again, I've just been so busy all week, and I've had, well, as I say, I probably could have done this yesterday. But I got lazy after SmackDown on Friday and didn't feel like reviewing the show, and I reviewed it yesterday, but then I had a bunch of plans, and then once I got off video chat with my friends last night, I was just too tired. And also, I did not have any graphics prepared, and I still don't have any graphics prepared. But I thought, you know what? I have a generic background I can use for any streams that I'm not really anything too special. So, you know what? Just use this background when I do my live review, which maybe tonight, maybe not sure. We'll see how late I get back, and because I may stay afterwards to just hang out and whatnot with my friends. So we'll see, but I will definitely have the graphics prepared for the actual review for sure. I can promise you that. But for the stream, I had no time, so this is what we're getting. Even though there's really no point in doing these preview predictions now that the show is like 2.5 hours away, and the pre-show's about to start in about an hour and a half. But you know what? I'm here. I'll do my predictions. I'm watching the show, and we'll go from there. So nobody in the live chat currently, but that is okay. Do I expect anybody to? Because who's probably people are out bed doing better things on a Sunday afternoon than being ready to watch TLC tonight, because there's really not much to look forward to on the show. I mean, at the most, I'm expecting something fun, because we're getting matches. Well, 2 matches involving tables, ladders, and chairs. We although there's only 6 matches on this show, only 6. I'm not sure how much time we're going to give the TLC matches, but there's no ladder match, there's no tables match, and there's no chairs match. Which, ladder matches to me are fun, chairs matches are meh. Tables matches, again, I still think they should be more than just put your opponent through one table. Like, just one table. I thought they should at least do 2. Because we haven't seen too many long-term, really good tables matches for quite a while, I gotta say. Again, I still always say, at least in 2014, the one with John Cena and Seth Rollins, even though, again, the wrong person won that match for sure, I respect that match because they did create a lot of drama throughout that match with the tables and hiding the evidence and whatnot. I can appreciate that, but that's why I'm never a fan of table matches. So, weird, but we're getting 2 TLC matches. We're getting another match with a unique stipulation to it, and one of the stipulations that I'm not a fan of at all. There's definitely, in fact, the matches that don't really have stipulations on this show are matches I feel should have had stipulations on this show, based off the story and just for the heck of it. But we'll get into that when I talk about it. Again, I don't know if any other matches got added to the pre-show, or any more matches got added to the main card. Who the hell knows? So, we'll wait and see. But at most, with, the stipulations, I'm hoping for at least just like a solid, fun show. Just fun for the heck of it, sit down, enjoy it one time, that's it. That's all I'm hoping. That's all I am hoping out of this show. I don't expect this to be a really big, mind-blowing storytelling show tonight. I'm just hoping to be just like a fun show with some crazy spots. That's literally the expectation I'm setting for tonight. And we'll see if it hits that or not, but who knows. So, that's the show's, the hype I feel going to the show. Let's check the live chat. What's up, TN Coupard? And I'm a certified G. Oh, yeah, I'm a certified G, for sure. Although, gotta shave this beard off. Even though I have 2 people now in my life who keep trying to push me to grow a beard. And I'm not growing a beard, people. I'm sorry. I hate facial hair. Even with stubble, I get immediately turned off. But my best friend always say, it's stubble, but I'm not growing a beard. Sorry, people. I'm not growing a beard. Anyways, TN Coupon also says, interested to see how they do the Inferno match. Myself as well. But of course, then again, don't forget, there is WWE who literally are just super inconsistent about the rules of their matches. One week, we'll have a fatal 4-way tag team match where basically only 2 teams can participate at once. Then we'll have another week where all 4 can. Like, it makes no sense to me. They're so inconsistent with it. Could have New Day versus Hurt Business in a ladder match. T and Coupon, you're a genius as well, my friend. Because that's what I'm thinking as well. And that's how we're going to segue to start off this preview predictions. And again, like I said, no special graphics for this one because I had no time to put them together. But I will put them together for the review of the actual show that I do. Probably, I'll try to do it tonight. If not, I'll do it tomorrow before Raw. And then, of course, this week also with the holidays and everything, I'm not sure. Like I said, I may just skip some reviews for the next week or so. Or, again, just do a quick little recap videos, recap streams. Like, that may be what I have to do. Because my plans for the holidays right now are just so jumbled up and up in the air. Despite the fact that we have restrictions right now. But, still doing the best we can. Anyways, quit talking about that. We're getting now to the actual preview and predictions. My friend's coming in an hour and a half. So New Day versus the Hurt Business for the Raw Tag Team Championship will open the show. I am very surprised this is not a ladder match. I feel, if there really is no build to any actual, ladder matches like, Ziggler and Miz, or even, Harper and Ziggler was an awesome match in 2014. But, in some ways, like, a tag match with teams like the New Day and Hurt Business, with both Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, that actually has room to be a fun ladder match. So, like a tag match, like, even, was it last year? Last year I think we had New Day and the Revival in a tag match, in a ladder match for the tag titles. That was a fun match. And just to have a match fun, like, you can never go wrong again with a ladder match. Well, except if it was Elias and Bobby Lashley ladder match to get a guitar. That one was stupid. That was very stupid. But most of the time, ladder matches are like very easy and show stealing matches. Like a fun match to give us some type of type of energy, some type of hot moment. Kind of like how it was, of course, with that match at Clash of Champions between AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, and Sami Zayn back in September. So I don't know why this is not a ladder match, and also because the reason why this match has stipulations, because we've already seen this match happen three times, because they had the match on Raw before Survivor Series, which New Day won, and I wanted New Day to win that because I wanted to see New Day versus the Street Profits, which was what I expected from that match. That was a good match at Survivor Series. But we had them fight again on Raw, and then they had that weird thing where, the New Day, retained by countout, but then it's like New Day was trying to back away from, actually having an actual finish rather than just a countout, and that just looked weird. And then New Day won again. So it's like, as far as the chemistry between these four, it's excellent, and I know that they put in a good match. But the problem is, again, it's another just 2-on-2 tag match with no stipulation involved in it whatsoever. So another reason why I said, why wasn't this a ladder match? But of course, it's not. We've seen it how many times, but should still be a solid match that probably would be much more exciting if we hadn't seen it already several times. The Hurt Business need to win this at this time. I don't get why, even when they had the second match, Hurt Business didn't win. They should have won that second match. The first match, I can understand, because I wanted to see New Day face the Street Profits. But the second match should have been Hurt Business. Definitely. So yeah, Hurt Business, because if they keep on the New Day, like, who else are they going to fight? There's literally nobody else to fight, them, unless they, do, the Lucha House Party, which, who cares? So yeah, I'm going to say the Hurt Business win the tag titles here. Even though, once again, this should be a ladder match. So, that's my pick for the first title change I have on this show. The second match I see happening on this show is the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and Carmella. The new gimmick with that very, very wonky looking entrance where Carmella has a heel gimmick again, where basically they're emphasizing her as nothing but a blonde. Like, as Robbie One Kenobi says, basically they're making Carmella a blonde Sasha Banks, but to me, they make her just a typical blonde. Just a blonde that it just feels like the same Carmella from when she was a heel when she first came to the main roster, except with just something different to her. But it feels no different. Because this Carmella just can't wrestle. I mean, Carmella is a babyface at least. When they let her not be just like a coward and let her just be fun, she actually does have some good wrestling ability. Again, look at the match she had with Bayley. At the beginning of the year, they had a one-on-one match, Bayley and Carmella. I think it was the first time we've seen them go one-on-one since the NXT Women's Championship match they had in NXT shortly before Bayley dropped the title to Asuka. Remember that match? Those two have excellent chemistry. And I've seen that match remind me, yes, Carmella actually can wrestle. But again, when she's a heel, she's so freaking limited. They didn't limit Roman Reigns when they turned him heel. I mean, at first, yes, with, how he won the title at Payback, but, that was just giving us a taste of what was yet to come with Roman Reigns setting the stage for him. When they actually do let him wrestle, he's a freaking monster. We'll talk about him, of course, towards the end of this show. But yeah, before Carmella could only do a super kick as a heel. Now the only thing Carmella does is just smashes bottles of champagne onto someone's back. And while literally playing all this seductive sounding music, and it's just cringe. It's so cringe to me, and it does not appeal to me. And it does make me want to see Carmella, be champion or be, the leader of this women's division right now. And I'm still bitter about the fact they've already ended Sasha Banks and Bayley. Sasha Banks and Bayley should have been a TLC match on this show. It should have been. To continue that story, you should have had Bayley versus Sasha Banks in a TLC match on this show. Then held it off until WrestleMania from the finale of that feud. But nope. They ended that feud just because I don't know. I still don't know why they literally just made it just like a wet fart feud, where they barely did a feud they could have done so much more with, yet they barely did anything with it at all. It's like, okay, now they hate each other, and then boom, they're off to the races. Like, no! So, as far as my prediction for this match, now, I didn't see it on Smart Out, but coming from the promo that Carmella cut on Friday, it sounds like they're making this match a match where if Sasha Banks loses by disqualification, then Carmella can win the belt. Which I don't like that stipulation. It's not worked too many times. There's not too many people. Again, like I said, the only time I really think I've really liked it was the match between Punk and Jericho at WrestleMania 28. Which you all know how much I love that match. Hit me in the head, Punk! Hit me in the head, Punk! Your father's a drunk, Punk! Your father's a drunk! Just to piss him off, which was... oh, man. Yeah, but yeah, so I don't get why it fits here. Like, what has Carmella really done besides just been a blonde saying, I'm untouchable, give me some champagne, and had her associate there? Like, what has Carmella really done to make this that personal, to get under the skin of Sasha Banks to the point where Sasha Banks could lose by disqualification? Like, to me, it's not there, and it makes no sense. But also because Carmella's just smashing champagne bottles on Sasha Banks' back. You could have made this champagne bottle match or something like that, because that's literally a legal weapon to use, because that's all that's been happening. Or a Mimosa Mayhem match. No. That match was whatever at All Out. But the safe bet here is to have Sasha Banks retain. I mean, if Sasha and Bayley couldn't continue, then why would they drop the title to Carmella? However, though, of course, with this new gimmick and with this whole, oh my gosh, seductive sounding, I am untouchable gimmick that Carmella has, or Champagne Carmella, or like Robbie called her the other day, I have this slight feeling they may put the belt on Carmella, which I think is not right. but it wouldn't surprise me. But like I said on my SmackDown stream yesterday, who wants to see at WrestleMania, Bianca Belair versus Carmella? When you can do Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. You know? Like, why would you waste it with Carmella and Bianca Belair? But then again, as long as the sex appeal is on the show, and that's what pleases Vince more, the sex appeal, rather than the actual reason why we're here, and that is to watch wrestling, not a supermodel show, basically. So, I'm going to keep my prediction as Sasha Banks retaining, as I feel she should. But I won't be surprised if they put the belt on Carmella. But I'm still picking Sasha Banks. But I had that slight feeling, that slight bad feeling, they may go with Carmella on this. But I'm still picking Sasha, because I think that's the right move to do. So yeah, Sasha Banks retains the championship, even though Carmella's been trying to piss her off for who knows why. So Sasha Banks will retain. Match number 3 is the first of 3 TLC matches. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles in a TLC match for the WWE Championship. I expect this match to be fun, but my thing is I don't think this feud needed TLC. Again, going back to the whole thing with us always saying how, gimmick pay-per-views are dumb because, not every single match, screams TLC. And I feel this match didn't need to be a TLC match. If it was like a second or third match in the feud, maybe, yes. But this didn't need TLC. This could have been just a regular one-on-one match. Like I said, you could have put TLC, given the women a TLC, like again, Sasha Banks and Bayley could have been TLC if they had it on the show. Of course, another match that even in my preview predictions that I thought they were going to do TLC for, but that all got thrown out the window, which of course we'll talk about that after this match. They put it on this match, which, okay, like I said, not the end of the world, but I just still personally don't think Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles need to be TLC. I didn't. It was definitely one match I wanted to see once, AJ got moved back to Raw. So, we're still getting it. I think it'll be a fun match. I think it will be fun. If it was AJ from a couple years ago, I think it would have been better. But this still could be fun. Now, of course, there's going to be Omos involved in the match somehow. Probably just stand on the side, just like catching AJ. Oh, right here, buddy. That's all you got to do, because he's literally has no in-ring ability from what I hear. So yeah, I'm expecting this. I'm not expecting this to be a match of the year candidate, like a classic, but I'm just expecting this to be a fun match, because it actually is a match that I've definitely wanted to see. Obviously since Drew McIntyre came back to WWE, him and AJ Styles, definitely think it would be a worthwhile match. So I think, and also as far as Miz cashing in, still don't see it happening. It could, I don't know. I feel like maybe if Drew would lose, which I still doubt, maybe we'd have Sheamus turning on Drew, or unless if Sheamus did turn on Drew. If Sheamus doesn't turn on Drew after this show or after Raw tomorrow, then I'm definitely officially considering Sheamus a babyface and doing a turn alert for him. But I feel like that. I don't think McIntyre's going to drop it to AJ. I'm predicting McIntyre to win the match. I'm expecting a tease cash in again. I still just don't think Miz is going to be winning the title. Again, if it was Miz, even though I could still see them putting the title on the Miz, but again, if this was 2016 to 2018 heel Miz, then I would be for Miz cashing in this. But like I said, because he's a totally different Miz, and I hate this Miz, and I don't want to see him cash in. But I think either way, Drew is walking out of TLC still champion, even if Miz teases a cash in or not. The only way maybe he may not is if Sheamus turns on him. But if Sheamus turns on him, I think it's going to be, it would be for Miz cashing in and not costing him the actual championship. I don't know. That's how I see it happening. But I'm expecting a fun match, but I'm not expecting a match of the year candidate. But like I said, I feel like this feud didn't need the TLC stipulation to it. But we got it. It's still gonna be fun. And again, I think Drew's gonna retain, and no cash in from the Miz, at least successful one. Who knows? But yeah, that's the first half of the show. Let's check the live chat. Don't forget about Carmella's assistance during the title match tonight. Yeah, probably from her associate. And TLC is no DQ if Drew loses. It will be because of the bodyguard. Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I continue to say this as well. Why does AJ Styles need a bodyguard? Is this literally because, they canceled Raw Underground and Vince just loves seeing Big Omos on TV or whatnot? Like, I don't get the reason why behind Omos. Especially if he literally does nothing but just stands there still and just literally just gently, moves AJ Styles around. That sounded so freaking weird saying. But, yeah, I don't get that stupid bodyguard for sure. But, yeah. So, the fourth match is the match I'm definitely the least excited about. And now I'm even saying this question is, what the hell was the point of all this Lana nonsense? Even more. So, the match after that, which I thought this is going to be a TLC match. I thought this was going to be a TLC match or a tables match at most. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Asuka and now a mystery partner for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. So, again, for months now, for 9 weeks in a row, Lana was being put through a table by Nia Jax. And why? Because her husband went to AEW and basically told WWE to suck it, basically. With that promo about the brass ring being shoved up their asses and whatnot. So, obviously, that's gotten Lana punished. And it's come right after Lana was literally booked as the biggest idiot and the most airhead on the freaking show with that horrible love angle with Bobby Lashley. So they already made Lana's character just totally unlikable to get her off TV completely. And now it's like, one, they made her like an idiot personality-wise. Two, she still can't wrestle. But yet, they've given her so much that's made the whole rest of the women's division around it just look so dumb. So dumb and looks so irrelevant. Like, Asuka really does not have any actual challengers. Like, even Shayna Baszler got pinned by Lana. Shayna Baszler in a tag match got pinned by Lana in a very weak fashion. And, of course, they gave Lana a victory in a battle royale for her to win a Raw Women's Championship opportunity. And, again, after that booking, and then Survivor Series, remember Survivor Series? Standing there like a statue, like an idiot, like crying the whole match, and she ends up being the sole survivor, making Bianca Belair even look weak in that match because of that. Oh yeah, they tried to protect her, yet they had her lose to Bayley on Friday after Bayley's lost how many matches recently, and even tapped out to Natalya, of all people. And then, just when I think, okay, they're going to probably have a tag title match and then have Asuka and Lana win the tag titles probably, and maybe get her comeuppance back by sending Nia Jax to a table. Well, then this past week, Raw happens, and then Lana beats Nia Jax, and then they injure her and completely write her out of the match. So my question is, what is the point of this match then? Like, what is the point? What was the point of building to this match, having Lana involved, and then having her removed from the match for who knows why, and then now there's a mystery partner. So, like, what's the point of this match in general if the whole story was focused around Lana? Like, Lana not getting her comeuppance, even though nobody gives a crap about Lana's character. Like, no offense to CJ Perry because they made her look so bad. Like, again, like, what's the point? What is the point of this match? Even, like, okay, obviously, in my prediction, it's going to be Charlotte Flair. One, because it's Charlotte Flair. And two, because Nia Jax wrote Charlotte off TV this summer. So they're probably going to bring Charlotte back as a babyface, which we all know is not a good idea, because I'm just saying, again, because as I was saying, like, Charlotte Flair, and she even said herself in a podcast, Charlotte Flair is not meant to be a babyface. So why would we give Asuka and Charlotte a run with the women's tag titles? I don't get that. And why? There's no story behind that pairing at all whatsoever. Just like there's never been a storyline behind this pairing with Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So what's the point of this if Lana's not even sending Nia through a table? She just pinned her with a schoolboy roll up. So this is stupid. This is so stupid. And obviously, Asuka and Charlotte are going to win the tag titles, and there's going to be no reason to behind them even having the tag titles. There's no point in these women's tag titles. I'm sorry. It's not. Yes, they're trying to prove that the women can do anything men can do. Okay, but there's no stinking division for these tag titles. There isn't. There's no story behind any of these tag teams. So what's the point? What in the world is the point if we're just going to be throwing the titles on two random women just for the fun of it? I still thought Sasha and Bayley should have dropped them to the Riot Squad, but that didn't work out. So, so stupid. So stupid, and I don't care about this match. Asuka and whoever her mystery partner. Oh, no, you watch. It'll be Asuka and Lana. Lana will still come back and be in this match. Like, that probably be... Honestly, I'd rather have that happen. As much as I can't stand how they booked Lana and then insult to what they are doing, I can't stand again what they've done with the booking of Lana. But I still feel bad for CJ Perry. But the right move here was just to give Lana her comeuppance, even though putting the titles on her was stupid. Here's what I want to say though: with how they've booked Lana and how stupid they made the women's division look in general, especially after that women's Survivor Series elimination match. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Lana wins the Royal Rumble. I'm literally just setting my expectations for the Women's Rumble this year that low. Do not be surprised if Lana wins that Rumble. It's going to happen. I'm starting to feel like it's going to happen. Who should win that Rumble? Bianca Belair. But it's going to be Lana. That's what it's going to be. So yeah, that's my pick. It's going to be Asuka and Charlotte win the tag titles. Unless if Lana comes back. But either way, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler are not walking out of TLC with those tag titles still. Split that team up and give Shayna Baszler her singles push. And have her feud with Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. I'm still waiting to see that match at a pay-per-view. You know, they had it on live TV recently. But that's that match. Then we have this match, The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton in a Firefly Funhouse Inferno match. It's been a while since we've had an Inferno match or anything involving fire. The last one was that Ring of Fire match between Kane and Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam 2013. That one was whatever. That was just whatever to me. Which, of course, was right when I first started, watching wrestling full time. Of course, that show that made me become a wrestling fan. SummerSlam 2013, yeah! But we haven't had an Inferno match of any sort since. So, I don't know what the rules are going to be for this match. I don't know if, they're going to make, them set the opponent on fire, or if it's just going to be because, they basically just... I don't know. I don't know what the rules are going to be for this match. But this could either be really good, or it could be really bad. Because we did have the House of Horrors match between these two back in 2017. Don't forget that, boys and girls, if any girls are watching this. So I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm intrigued. As far as who's going to win it, I still think it should be The Fiend. Because, again, what I've liked about the story for this build is the fact that first off, again, there's history between these two, even though the matches weren't that great and the feud didn't end well at all. Again, I still think it should have been the opposite way, with Bray Wyatt being the face and Randy Orton being the heel back then. So it's kind of like they've kind of had it this way. Let's see here. Which I see yourself in the live chat, guys. I'll get to that shortly soon. But I've liked the fact how they've had this story where Randy Orton is able to pick out Bray Wyatt's weaknesses. And he's kind of made himself look like a little more superior than The Fiend in this build. Well, of course, except for whenever The Fiend, just resurrected out of that burning box and choked out Orton with the mandible claw. But it feels like that Orton has the advantage on Wyatt in this feud, which is interesting. Like, it's kind of like how the build to WrestleMania should have been. With, okay, it kind of was with Randy Orton knowing the weaknesses of Bray Wyatt, but it should have been Bray Wyatt basically wanting to be like, hey, kind of similar to what Robbie pitched about how the Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor feud should have gone, with Bray Wyatt realizing, I've created this monster, now I gotta stop him, basically. Now this time, Randy Orton, who obviously succeeded, again, with his mission with Bray Wyatt last time, even though Bray Wyatt won the House of Horrors match that felt like, why did it need to happen at that point? I feel like this is how the feud should have ended. With, Bray Wyatt knowing that Randy Orton knows his weaknesses, and he's got to stop him, basically. So that's why I'm going to say, again, Bray Wyatt should be winning this match. And that's, I just think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that match for sure. If someone has to be set on fire or what, I don't know. We'll wait and see. But I'm intrigued to see what they do with this match. And then the main event, Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship in a TLC match. Look, again, my biggest issue with this feud, though, has been we've been getting the same exact thing every single week from these guys. With literally the whole idea of, Roman Reigns literally is the head of the table, and he keeps, sending Jey Uso to fight his battles, and whenever Jey's not succeeding, Roman steps in and just finishes the job. Kind of like, a servant, but then when the servant is succeeding, the real man with the power just walks in and just cleans it all up, basically. But Kevin Owens obviously is showing no fear with Roman Reigns, and every time Owens comes toe-to-toe with Reigns, he gets his ass kicked, and then he still stands back up, and then Roman kicks his ass again, and he still stands back up. So it's been a really back and forth, like the same thing we're getting every single week. But the promos, again, you can't deny, the promos are still excellent by these two. And I still think this could be a very awesome TLC match. As I always say, even though I hated their feud back in 2016 and early 2017, I still give them a lot of credit, though, because I still really enjoyed their no disqualification match at Royal Rumble 2017 with Chris Jericho locked in the shark cage. So this is a match that definitely had TLC written on it. So I definitely think we're going to get a pretty awesome match. I don't know what crazy stuff Kevin Owens is going to do on Roman Reigns in this match, but I know Roman Reigns will make Kevin Owens look like $1 million, as Kevin Owens, should be without wrestling Roman Reigns. But we all know Owens ain't winning. Roman's retaining, and it looks like, I'm still crossing my fingers, it looks like we're going to be seeing Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble, which I think will be awesome. Because WrestleMania, I don't know what it's going to be. I'm still hearing rumors of Roman Reigns versus The Rock, which I think it should be. Roman Reigns versus Big E. I'm starting to lose hope of doing Roman Reigns versus Keith Lee, because they sent Keith Lee back to the Performance Center. And I'm starting to get this inkling that they're going to be turning Keith Lee heel, because Vince McMahon apparently desperately wants him to be a heel so bad. And of course, if you're in Roman Reigns and Goldberg also for Mania, no. No, don't do that match at Mania. Do it anytime else, but don't do it at Mania. I also heard a rumor of them doing Roman and Jay again, and Jay winning the Rumble and getting his full come-up bits, but I don't know about that one either. But either way, I'm still pretty positive we're gonna get the match I've been wanting for years: heel Roman Reigns versus face Daniel Bryan at Royal Rumble 2021. And it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, that's my predictions. Hurt Business defeating the New Day should be a ladder match, though. I feel like Sasha retains over Carmella, but don't be surprised if Carmella does win the championship. Drew McIntyre retains over AJ Styles. Asuka and her partner of choosing, which will most likely be Charlotte Flair, will defeat Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler for the women's tag titles. Bray Wyatt will win the Firefly Inferno match over Randy Orton. And Roman Reigns will retain the championship over Kevin Owens in the TLC match for the main event. Live chat, what we got here? We have, there should have been a tables match for women's tag titles with Lana still being in it. Yes, definitely for Lana to get her full covetous on Nia Jax. Do you think Charlotte will be the mystery partner? I think so. And we've got Larry. What's up, King Larry, our good friend? Let me see here. He says everything that concerns Lana pisses him the crap off. He just wanted to stop by for a few minutes. Not interested in his pay-per-view at all. I don't blame you, my friend. Like I said, I expect no storytelling in this show, but just some fun spots. That's literally all I'm going into this show expecting. Just some fun spots, but no storytelling. He also says, hope everyone's staying well and healthy. Definitely you as well, Larry. So yeah, let's hope that's the case for you, my friend. Asuka and Io. Ooh. That I kind of think I can take. If Io was the mystery partner. Yes. I'll accept that. I will accept Io and Nia, because think about, well, the only thing is though again, like, they're literally, going back and forth with the main focus of the story. Again, it should have just been Lana getting her comeuppance. But if you think about it, Io Shirai technically has some unfinished business with Shayna Baszler, because Shayna Baszler wrote Kairi Sane off NXT. Even though Kairi Sane's not around anymore, and Bayley wrote her off. This could kind of be maybe Io getting her comeuppance also, maybe, but I'd be intrigued by that one. Yes, I actually would be intrigued by that one. TN Couponer. We got Robbie in the live chat. Make sure Robbie didn't say anything else over here. Nope. Robbie says, what's up? What's been your favorite TLC match from the TLC pay-per-view since you started watching wrestling? Ooh, that's a good one. I would still probably give the edge. It's between two. Because what we have last year? Last year we had Roman Reigns and King Corbin and that women's tag titles match with the Kabuki Warriors and Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. Yeah, those weren't that great. I would say the two that stand out most to me that I really enjoyed was AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose at TLC 2016, and well, since I started watching, obviously the best one for sure is definitely the Hardys and Dudleys and Edge and Christian. Definitely those, when I've gone back and watched WrestleMania, it's definitely those. But the ones from more recently, since I started watching, it's either AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose in 2016, or the triple threat match between Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky at TLC 2018. Those are probably the two best ones. I think that have been performed, well, displayed since I started watching wrestling 7 years ago. Because because other than that, what else we got? We had John Cena and Randy Orton in 2013. That was okay, but again, we've seen it how many times. Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt in 2014. I feel like that match, was fine, but again, that I still hated that finish. 2015, it was Roman Reigns and Sheamus. Whatever. 2017, it was... Who were we in 2017? 2017, who was it? Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank now. Oh, 2017, it was because that's when TLC was in October. It was supposed to be the Shield versus 5 random guys, and it ended up being Kurt Angle and the Shield. That was a fun match for wrestling, but the storytelling in that was weird. That was a really weird storytelling. So yeah, I'll definitely say my 2 favorite TLC matches since 2013, so when I started watching wrestling full time, to me, was either AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose, or Becky, Charlotte, and Asuka at TLC 2018. Those are the 2 I will say. If you guys want to share any of that in the live chat as well, feel free. I guarantee the Inferno match will be memorable for good or bad reasons, like Cena versus Bray at Mania. Definitely. # please sign Robbie. Waiting to see when Bloodline faction will form. Again, that's the thing though, it's like the idea of Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble would be different, and being Roman Reigns would be kind of cool, but I still want to see a full-on heel Bloodline. And 2, to actually have a credible match at WrestleMania, I still think the SmackDown Tag Title match at WrestleMania should be the Street Profits versus the Usos. That's what I think it should be. That would be an awesome tag match for Mania for sure. Interesting rumor, Mike. So in 2021, looking like the year with the most unexpected Royal Rumbles in Jey Uso and Lana. Yeah. Like women, it's going to either be Bianca Belair or Lana. Like, I'm just saying, with how much they've given Lana, Sole Survivor, Raw Women's Championship opportunities in a Battle Royale. Again, you cannot tell me that they would go as far as having Lana win the Royal Rumble. Heck, for all I know, have Lana main event WrestleMania, for crying out loud. That will really make your company look excellent, but not giving any more ideas. I'm stopping. Yeah. Let's see here. Save Reigns versus Rock for an audience at Mania. That for sure. And let me see. Robbie says, imagine if WWE gave the TLC stipulation to AJ and Finn back in 2017 with no title on the line, but the winner determined by pinfall or submission. Whew. Quite possible. I mean, with no title on the line, that would be the way it would probably have to go down. But I'd be for that. I thought the match they had that year was actually really good. But I'd definitely be for that. Once again, # please sign Robbie, the genius he is. But yeah, so that looks like it's going to do it, guys. Again, I know this was a very last minute, and basically going to end up being 45 minutes. Last minute, I didn't have any graphics prepared, but again, depending on how late I get home tonight, because I'm going to Dan's to watch it, but Dan may want to watch the Browns and the Giants game a little afterwards, so I don't know if we're going to be staying for that or not. Depends on how late the show is. So I may go live tonight, I may not. And again, with the next 2 weeks of the holidays, I'm not sure what's going to happen with reviews. I may just skip them. I may not. I may just do just a little, because know me, even though I said in that video last week, I may need to start slowing down on streams for a couple weeks. But like I said, I may just do recap videos. Still got to do my Harry Potter Let's Play. I veer away from that again, and I've just been stuck with Order of the Phoenix for months. But I'm at the top parts of that. But yeah, long story short, I'm not sure what's going to happen with my reviews over the next 2 weeks with my plans for the holidays and stuff being back and forth. At least work should hopefully be slowing down, being not so stressful. This past week, work was awful. But, we'll see. And maybe next time you see me, I'll have this beard shaved off, because I hate stubble. I hate stubble! And I hate facial hair. But yeah, so, yeah, everybody have a good rest of your night. Have fun. I don't know if I'll be up here live tonight to review TLC afterwards or not, but, again, I'm just expecting a fun show with just some good spots. That's all I'm expecting. And also, Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good night. So, that's it, guys. That's my review of, what's my predictions for TLC, guys. What were your predictions of the show? Also, if you want to, for the heck of it, like Robbie mentioned in the live chat, what has been some of your favorite TLC matches? Make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure as always to slap a like on the video, subscribe or comment to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. Until then, guys, I'm checking it out. I'll see you guys all later. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy TLC if you watch it. Peace out, everybody.